So there has been another defector. Alanna Smith, the current depoy, has defected from Unrivaled to Project B. She is joining Alyssa Thomas and Kelsey Mitchell. And by the way, Alanna Smith is expected to be one of the bigger names that would have been in Unrivaled because she plays with Paige Bueckers on a team that has a lot of nationally televised games. And she's going to be a starter. So that's a big get for Project B. It really is. I'm going to be real here. One of the big reasons why I'm not surprised is if you guys saw who announced Alanna Smith.
So happy that you'll be joining the Project B movement. Cannot wait to see you perform around the globe. As a fellow Aussie, I know we're going to be super proud of you. Again, just congratulations. This is such an amazing achievement.
So, yeah, Lauren Jackson is involved in it. And it's one of the reasons why I expect to see Aaliyah Boston in Project B. Why? Because one, Sophie Cunningham's there. Two, Candice Parker is heavily involved. Like, heavily involved. My expectation is we'll probably see Aaliyah Boston in Project B. It's going to be an interesting one as well. Like, Taurasi obviously has some involvement. You're looking here, they've got like Maya Yamamoto, Camila Cardoso. I think they're going to put together at least an equivalent lineup to Unrivaled this year. I really think they are, because I don't think Caitlin, Asia, or Sabrina are going to play in either of them.
Hello. Thanks so much, LG. You're the GOAT. And I'm so excited to be a part of Project B, which I think is going to be a trailblazer for the global game. I can't wait to represent Australia, and I'm so excited to get going.
And to be honest, do I think Project B is going to succeed long term? Hell no. Do I think Unrivaled is going to succeed long term? Hell no. Like, both of them, both Project B, and this is what people don't seem to understand, is they're like, oh, Unrivaled sustainable. No, it's not. Unrivaled and Project B are basically startup leagues that a bunch of people are putting money in and hoping that they boom, and neither of them are going to. Neither of them are going to. So both Unrivaled and Project B are going to likely last, I would say, let's give them 4. I'll give them, Unrivaled is going to last till the end of the TV deal. And it's funny because everyone's like, oh, Unrivaled figured out something, if they travel, they can sell a bunch more. But it's like, that's literally what Project B are doing. Project B are basically a traveling show. Everyone's like, oh, Unrivaled, if it turns into a traveling show, it could do really well. I'm like, that's what Project B is. It is literally a traveling show. So, yeah, I think it is all around an interesting one. And I do think what Project B is, they are doing it all over the world. I don't think it's going to do well in Europe. I don't even know if Project B will do well in the States. But Project B, I think, is going to do really well in Asia. I think the Asian market is one where I think they could do quite well. And I think that there are certain markets that they could do okay. Like, I think Valencia will push it big time in Europe because it's a new arena. It's a cool arena. I think one in Europe is enough. Let me find out. This is why she missed practice. She signed to play Project B, a new off-season league. She's the 14th player named. And people are like, oh, I thought this league. So many people were like, oh, I thought this league was done. I'm like, the league doesn't start until like the end of this year. The league does not start for another couple of months. They just announced a couple of players. Like, the odds of them having Carla Late is high. Because Carla Late has bought out her... Did Carla Late buy out her own contract? I think Carla Late bought out her own contract. So I think the odds of Carla Late appearing in Project B is very high. Jacite is playing in Project B. Awafam's playing in Project B. So the thing is with a lot of these players, I think it seems like the vast majority of players that have been playing in China or playing in Europe will be choosing to play in Project B because the money's better. Anyone that's okay with not being in the States is choosing Project B because they're paying more. I still think those Unrivaled numbers are very iffy. Like, Unrivaled saying they were paying players like an average of like the what was it? The average salary was like 600 or 700K or something. And I'm like, this kind of means this just doesn't really make that much sense. Albeit, again, March 12th to the 21st, 2027. So it's like 9 days in each area. You're probably watching the 6 teams. You're probably watching 2 groups of 3 play each other. So there's a couple of games. Yeah, like, and then probably a semi-final and a final then. That's probably what you're getting. Each group has 3 games. One group plays one day. Or there's 2 games one day, 2 games the next, 2 games the next day. And day off, semi-final, day off, final. Like, you get something out of that. But yeah, it's a big one. My guess is that you're going to be seeing Australia be one of the places, because I think they're going to have it in China. He's going to succeed. He's going to do really well in Japan as well. It'll be interesting to see how it does in Australia. People are saying a bit F1, a bit live, but global hoops. I think it's like, look, I'm going to be honest. Project B sounds like Tech Bros' idea of being like, oh, you know the way tennis is able to, like, you know, if a tennis tournament happens in this big city, it's a big deal. Let's try to do that with a team sport. I don't think it's going to work long term, but I do think short term they're going to make some money, and there might be, I think there's going to be, of the, let's just say they go on, how many different trips are they going on for Project B? They are, I think, are they going on 6 maybe? Because I think there's like a draft and the captains pick the draft teams. But yeah, I do think in general it's a, like, you could very well see if it's 6 or 7 trips, tournaments, and over the course of the year where it's like 3 of them doing really well, 2 of them doing really, really badly, and 1 of them being mediocre. Like, that's kind of the thing. But we're going to see a lot more defectors. My guess is that Aaliyah Boston will, if Aaliyah Boston is more likely to play in Project B and Unrivaled, that would be my prediction. I think Unrivaled already losing Alanna Smith. I think they've got a lot of Europeans in. My expectations that EuroLeague is just going to be gone, basically. So I think you're going to see Bree Jones. I think Galatasaray had to fork out 400k to keep Dorka Juhas for next season. And that was probably just to keep her away from Project B. So I think you're going to see a lot of diluted play in overseas basketball. I think the standard is going to become very, very poor, with most Americans not wanting to come over anymore because they're playing in Unrivaled, and most of the top Europeans choosing to play in Project B because they're making more money in Project B. I would also say that it's going to be like 30 big enough names and then 30 nobodies. Like, that's how they're able to afford these big names, is I reckon it's going to be 30 complete nobodies. And for people wondering, it's like, oh, why are Project B, like, why are they doing this? They're going to lose money. I think Project B is like, the rumor is that it's like basically Tech Bros trying to start up a streaming service. And this is what they're starting it off with, is that nothing is not being streamed online. They're trying to basically start up a streaming service, an equivalent of like DAZN or something. I think that's what I've heard. So yeah, another defector. See you guys.